Hi, I'm RJ Knight from Youauthorus, and I'm here to do a Music Talks debate. And the people that are going to do this debate today, of course, are me and Absolute Zero. And this is based off a statement that Absolute Zero made in his Piss on Your Grave article. And we'll just frame this. And it was Kanye West has had some of the most creative, elaborate, and innovative music videos ever made. I'm adding the made part, of course, was ever. But I disagreed with this instantaneously, and it led to a debate between us. And I said, why don't we just have it and share it with you guys, right? So I'll let him go into his defense or his reason and why Kanye West has had some of the most creative, elaborate, and innovative music videos ever.
I mean, Kanye just has like a lot of high level, creative, like unique music videos. We think of like Diamonds from Sierra Leone, like the black and white video. It was just shot really well, performed really well, really dope video. You have a video like Jesus Walks, like all of the Klansman imagery that he had in there, and just like he just has a lot of these. The video for Stronger is really amazing. Used a lot of special effects. Was really like pushing. It was Touch the Sky with Lupe Fiasco. It was very theatrical. Very, good storytelling, very amazing. What else does he have? He just has a lot. Gold Digger was really iconic. Not that freaking, not like a visually stunning music video or anything. But
as you cycling through your phone for like Kanye videos on top of your head?
I mean, since RJ is gonna be a dick about this, because he's not like I have a good memory that can store videos off the dome, and it's like you're not off the dome.
Yeah, that's right. Off the dome matters, but look, and we're on the campus around here. We had it on the campus because I like the live feel when we're pretty much live and there's people coming in, and sometimes people might stop by and say, hey, like, what are you guys doing? And they might participate in the conversation. So we're here at night today. It's dark, but you never know. That stuff happens. And I'm going to rebuttal what he had to say because he just named music videos. Yeah, this music video is great. Doesn't know why it's great. Yeah, the video was beautiful and stunning and totally hot and stunning. Like, what does this mean? Okay, that did mean a lot of things, right? I think that Kanye West has made good videos, decent to good, and he has a few great music videos. Okay, when we first had our talk, he said, yeah, Kanye West's animation, I forgot like what video it was, like
Heartless
was so amazing. And I said, like, there's a thing from this guy that sings a song, like, I think it's like, there was a soul in the city watching over us, I swear. Like, that guy, like, I can't remember the name, like Rob something or whatever his name is. That music video is better than Kanye's and better than Heartless. It's greater than it. It was way better. It was in like the 80s or 70s or something, and it's still a better music video. The animation is like really holds up, and it's still better. Like, everything about that, it's just better. It's like comparing some movies to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit's still a great movie. I don't really care if it was like newer. Roger Rabbit's still a better movie. Yeah. It was a better song. It was not a better song necessarily because that's taste. Like, I still think it's probably a better song, but like that song has a better music video. Touch the Sky was a really great music video. Okay, I give it to him that, but like Kanye West's bar is not this like that high. Like, Runaway was like, oh my gosh, it was creative because it was hip hop. Like, the music video was a hip hop music video because hip hop's about art. That's what people forget. Like, it's not about gangster rap or anything. It's about art. Okay, that's why there's rap. Like, rap is a subculture of hip and within hip hop, but rap existed. There's other things people rap a lot. There's rapping, you know, to hit the beat or do whatever. Rapping is not new, but hip hop's variant of rapping, right? Reggae they rap. So let's just get that straight. Hip hop rapping is a little different, and Kanye West made a great hip hop video. Only relative to the fact that we've hadn't had a decent hip-hop video like that, creative like that, in a while. So when we compare Kanye to his contemporaries in the field's music videos, yes, it's better. But if we're comparing it to like what did Kanye say? Of all time, when we're comparing it to all the music videos, no, it's not that great. So like, it was different. But let's look at like another music video that I'm gonna cross genres, man. What is it? What's that? What's the name of that song? See, because I'm going off the head, I can't. So I'll even switch songs because like when I can't remember some other there's a lot. Like, I'm really today I'm off. Like, I can't remember some of these names.
You need a phone to scroll through, maybe.
but look, I'm even saying like Jay-Z's had like better videos. I think Tupac California Love was a way better video. Multiple people said that video set a bar and a standard and changed them. Like, that was like, oh my gosh, other even great artists was like, man, I wish I thought of that or did that. It's a really high execution video. It's on every level. That video is great. California Love is a really good video. When you go back, I think Dr. Dre consistently makes better quality videos. He's in some really great videos. The amount of great videos Dr. Dre's in has been way more than what Kanye's in. So I'll just throw that back at you.
I'm not saying that Kanye has the best music video.
We said that before when we first had our debate, though. You were saying he consistently makes great the best music videos ever, and I was like,
wait, no, I never said this. I never.
Yeah, in the first debate, you said that shit.
I did not say this. I said that he consistently has high-level music videos.
You said later when I went through and we got to a modification, then you modified it till we agreed that we went to a degree where we marked it down because we got the ever part, and you said he makes some of the most innovative music ever, and you were talking about. I'm like, so he makes frequently, you're like, yeah, and then we were going through it, and then I was going into the delineations between what makes a good music video, and then we came to a consensus and then you came down a notch, but originally you actually were going off the statement he makes some of the greatest videos ever. And it's up there serially, and I was like, no way he doesn't. And then you came down a peg, but you were still he makes really high level music videos. Near the end of our first debate, which wasn't taped, that's where you got to when you ended, but that wasn't your original thing that caused us to argue.
Okay.
You kept saying he made some of the greatest music videos, he was fucking Da Vinci of this shit.
What my point is that if you take Kanye West's best 5 videos, it's hard to match up an artist that has 5 videos that will beat Kanye's best 5.
Kanye's best 5?
If you take Kanye's best 5 and then compare it against another artist's best 5, there's not a lot of artists. I mean,
okay, fine. Because I've got 5 people. I was
I'm saying you can find people. I'm not saying that Kanye is the absolute best, but he's in that level of consistently really good videos.
No, and that's not really good. He makes decent to good. That's what I said. I said he makes either decent videos or he makes good videos. And then he has a few great videos. Maybe 3 or 2 great videos. And then he has good to decent videos. And then you're yeah, because it was a little different. So it's wow. When the first conversation, you were making so I had some pink backdrop. Oh, I guess nobody did that for 10 years. It's great. Doesn't make something great. It's no, it's not. There's nothing about Kanye West's video that is so innovative and when you say the most creative or the most innovative thing I've ever seen. What was maybe something that was so revolutionary about his videos? Consistently, when all these videos are so creative, elaborative, innovative. Most clearly means way ahead of everybody else all time.
I mean, like, they have really good storytelling, really good storyboards, and they're really well produced. Like, I mean, shit. Like, that's like, I think that Tyler the Creator has better music videos than Kanye West. And if you ask me to explain why I think Tyler's videos are better than Kanye West videos, I would say they're really creative, they're really elaborate, and they're really like unexpected and really well made. Like that's
you like well, okay, so for you, and when we talked about, and I wish we taped that one better, like, is you like when you sometimes you get a mic, you modify a bit, but it's like when, like, for you, when you talk, sometimes what you consider good or artful is just something that's like pretentious, where we would like throw out some shit, like some guy just has some collage of colors. You're like, oh, it was artful or some shit. It's not artful just to throw out random colors or some shit. Right. Art has a fucking purpose, okay? So it's like when Kanye does some off shit, it doesn't make it the best ever because other people didn't do it for a while. That's my point. I'm just like, I'm comparing Kanye to, like, when you say the most, okay, if we're saying like the most consistent basketball players ever, right? Then when you use the word most and ever, like, you have to compare it to the Gambit, and no, like, it's not. Like, the Beatles, okay, were better than him. I could go through like a bunch of other people that make better videos, okay, relative, and I'm not going, like, a movie in the 50s or 40s could still be pretty good when we're talking about it. We're using the same critique analysts of theater or of other productions that are pretty much timeless of how you rate something philosophically. Like, there's a philosophical meter to things. And when I rate Kanye's music videos, they're not that great. They're decent to good. That is the consistency he has. When you say the most innovative or most creative, you have to name me people that he's better than. That is like that, and I've run through other guys. You have to say why he's better than these guys. And if you agree with me, then he can't be like the best or like among the most.
Well, okay, a few things. It's like, I'm not saying he's the Michael Jordan of fucking of music videos. I'm saying he's the Tim Duncan of music videos. Okay,
Tim Duncan's not flashy. He's very consistent, very steady, and he's a high level player.
Tim Duncan of music videos.
Okay, that's a little better, but that's kind of harder.
Put him as a great, like, you put
Tim Duncan's great, but Tim Duncan's amazing. But I'm a basketball guy.
I said he was one of the most innovative, creative, and
okay, here's my thing. Tim Duncan is
like, oh my god.
Okay.
Say this.
Okay. All right. Like, Tim Duncan's a little bit harder to go at because I like Tim a lot. I love Tim Duncan. And look. I don't even know if you can even say Kanye West, put Kanye West in the same league with Tim Duncan. I don't know if that's a proper like thing to ascribe them to. Okay, like, I would have to put like some other dude, I can't think of it yet, that's like meticulous and like metered and on all levels is good. Tim Duncan is actually skilled. He doesn't like get by like using hacks. Like, there's no gimmicks to his basketball game. Yeah. Tim Duncan is good all around. I don't know if Kanye West is that good all around. He has a lot of weaknesses and gimmicks. So kind of comparing him to Tim Duncan is like, this is an emotional argument I'm making because I like Tim Duncan. So I was like, look, Kanye West is really good. You've heard me talk about Kanye West. I think he's really good. But I don't think Kanye West is like decent in a lot of areas, and he's really high in some other areas. He's just all around an artist. Kanye West is a great artist. Yeah. He's not a great, like, necessarily like rapper or a great like hip hop artist necessarily, right? So that's my thing. But when you say music videos and he's so consistent, he's one of the most consistent guys in making decent in the modern era of making consistently decent to good music videos, because like people are not like that anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the modern era, though, you see, I preface this. Like, I'm not saying like, oh gosh, I saw this new guy play basketball. He's suddenly the best all time because I've never seen the other guys.
Who are the people that you put above him then? If you had to take their best 5 videos and put them against
I don't watch shit like that.
I'm saying like,
I mean, like, more consistent than him. I mean, that's like, I don't really watch videos though. That's why.
So what are you basing this?
No, because I know enough videos for like all the time. I used to go to music. I'm very busy. Like up until this year, like most of this year, I was pushing out like a lot of work, like doing like 50 pages, 50 pages, you know, like slowed down to that, but I was doing like 80 pages a day, you know, like, so I don't really read or like really watch music or listen to music like that anymore. But like,
you were gonna bring up old people
like I could bring up like older tracks or like alternative music, like, you know, classic or whatever, like, so it's like that. But I can't bring up really like what's been going on the last couple of years because I just don't really listen to music like that. But if we're looking at like people that are consistent, if you change the question and go like who compares them in the modern era of making consistent videos like that, then it's very hard because Kanye, you know what I mean, is like the dude, like, because he literally puts out music videos for like everything. So like most people, they put out songs, but they don't necessarily have the production quality to put out music videos as consistently as Kanye. And like I think Lupe puts out really dope music videos, really dope. It's like they're good to decent, you know what I mean, but they're not like great necessarily great. But Lupe doesn't put out enough. Most of these guys don't put out enough to compete with Kanye. You see my point? Like Kanye puts out so many music videos that it's really hard. That's why it's like I have to get another big guy, and the only other guy I could look at is Jay, and Jay puts out like really good music videos. And I said that before in the first argument. I think Jay tops him, but I mean like other dudes, I mean 50, he tops 50 music videos. I'm sorry, hands down. Somebody said that. I brought that up to somebody before online. I mentioned Eminem last time I went to Dr. Dre, but somebody said 50 Cent, okay, to me, and no, 50 Cent does not beat Kanye West in music videos. I don't know where. Looks, I'm sorry, dude. You might listen to this. No, it's not happening. Okay, he doesn't beat him. Okay, like I could break it down, but we're gonna wrap this up to move along to another one. But no, he doesn't win. But Eminem, Childish Gambino, I don't know. I like Childish Gambino. They're fun and I like him, but they're not like his music videos. His music videos is about the like he has less money, but he's about the same level as Kanye. Him and Kanye are about the same level, man. Childish Gambino doesn't have great music videos. Touch the Sky was amazing.
The thing about Childish Gambino's videos is like just kind of like Tyler, or used to be Tyler, because now that he has more of a budget, he does really elaborate shit. But like he'll storyboard it really fucking. He'll storyboard a video really fucking well, and even if it's not maxed out expensive, you usually can't predict them. And there's like twists to the videos, like they're like
that doesn't necessarily make something good if there's a twist.
But I think that they're good because like the amount of effort. It's not like when you compare it to most videos, it's like let's just throw some money, have some girls.
They do have good videos, okay, and that's what I'm saying. Even with a lower budget, I compare them to Kanye. Yeah. Like I don't know Tyler Creator's videos because I haven't seen them like that, but I know Childish Gambino's videos is about comparable to Kanye. I'm talking like, you know, like when you meter, because when you compare two different things, you have to adjust. It's something called nominal, so we call nominal adjustment. So I'm adjusting for things, you know, because not everything is equal. I don't know anything in life that's even equal. So you have to do this to compare things, okay? So especially things over different times. So when I nominally adjust them, they're about the same. Like, you know, that's like Childish Gambino's up there. People don't give him enough credit. But that's much my thing. Is just like when we put him of all time, there's a lot of artists since like, you know, that have been out now and they make really good videos, and so since music videos started, and it's really hard to just there's a lot of international artists, you know what I mean? And I'm like, really, bro, it's really hard to give him this. I think the Gorillas were amazing. Like I mean, Wu-Tang I had in the 36 Chambers was dope. We talked about it. You didn't agree with me, but I thought 36 Chambers was dope. It totally broke mold.
He's talking about Triumph. He's talking about
that's the album was on, right? 36.
No, that was Wu-Tang Forever.
Wu-Tang Forever? Okay. Like Triumph was a dope song. Like I remember when it happened and everybody's going crazy because I think they were one of the first to use 3D in hip hop. like with the bees and shit, and it was like totally dope. I remember as a kid, like everybody's going crazy for that shit. Like, oh god, the bees! Like, you know, it's just like everybody wanted to have like 3D or some kind of like fucking special effects in their videos. Like, go guys, like Wu-Tang broke the game. Like, you never not have special effects. Like, this shit went like crazy. So I think they like. I think they did like an iconic mark, like it's an iconic greatness to that video. You know, so there's different meters of greatness, right? Like if something has more of these aspects, it's greater than another one. So if it touches more dimensions, well, right? So I think Triumph was really dope, though. I think it was more iconic or impactful than any of Kanye's videos. I can't think of a Kanye video that's been that impactful. I think Through the Wire.
Into the Wire, kind of, but
no, Touch the Sky was not that like. It was a great video, but it wasn't that impactful.
I don't know, but like,
how the hell was it? What impact does it had on the scene?
On hip hop?
Yeah, on just on the scene, on the culture. Touch the Sky has not an impact on culture. Like, Through the Wire had an impact.
Yeah.
Through the Wire actually had an impact. I remember that song. Not only was the song was really dope, but that video, you know what I mean? Like. It was done, and like I remember people liking the video and fucking with the video, and it was like it had like an impact. Like that video was like the Kanye video. Like people still talk about lines from that song, and like, you know, back from stuff in the video. It was like how much he's changed and look at his face. You know, like it really was a great introduction video. You know, like it's iconic because it was so introductory. I think Jesus Walks was a very iconic video. Like it had and it also had like a cultural impact. You know, we're talking about iconic, you know, its nature. Like that was a great video, not because it was a good technically done video, because of its impact that it had. I mean, the video, not like the song and the video, but like I don't know.
Hard for me to judge it. I was like 12 when this came out, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, there's stuff when I was like 10 and they came out and I still remember it. Like, I remember when I was 6. And I remember how people were like, but you're not very aware. You're like in your own like world most of the time. Like la la la. And it was like, dog, there's stuff going on around. Like, but like when I was like 6, I remember like reggae songs and stuff and the impact it was having, you know? And I didn't really care for the song. You know, I just remember like people talking about, because I used to listen to people and I used to go watch people. So, you know, I was very... I spent more time observing people and like trying to study them and stuff. So, but I was a different kind of kid, though.
You remember Sean Paul?
Yes, of course I remember Sean Paul.
Giving love.
From when I was a little kid, Sean Paul was out, like, and he was like a dude, you know, making music. Yeah. That's why when he broke in reggae and they said he was like a new artist, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, when he got overseas, when he made that song, like I think Dirty Rhythm, I think that was the album or whatever. A lot of the songs on that were old, and I was a kid, and I like heard these songs. I was like, dog, I was like 4. This fucking song was out. What the fuck? This is not a new song. And they were like, yeah, Sean Paul's new song. And I'm like, dog, I heard this song when I was a fucking kid. Like this is not a new song, but it's like the freshman thing. It was like that. It was a funny thing because it was like the freshmen when they have like the new fresh when they put out the freshmen as their new, and I'm like, no, this dude's been out for a while, man. Like it's like when Sean Paul came out, he basically just like gave you a lot of his greatest hits over the years, and he's like, these are new songs. You know what I mean? And everybody ate him up like he's the best reggae artist ever. You know,
but still kind of like fuck themselves.
What?
No, I'm saying Double XL with the freshman list. They kind of
they lost a lot of credibility with that. Well, but let's just go get with Kanye. Like, so we're pretty much done though. Like, I don't think Kanye West is like the best, but I think he's good. You clearly, I don't know.
Given any real example of people to like surpass him?
I did. I gave some people. I listed some names. We went to iconic video. What video? What was the one video I gave? Because I clearly just what video.
Like Wu-Tang, freaking Triumph, but it's like...
Yes, and you even helped me go through some names. I went through some names before, and then we stopped, and then I went to Wu-Tang as an example. Yeah, I did. I gave a bunch of people this entire time. I gave names, I gave videos, I gave California Love. I think Dr. Dre needed Doctor was a better video. He was better video.
But the song was so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't like motivational Eminem. That's fine. Other people like motivational Eminem. I go on comment section and find people loving motivational Eminem when they talk about motivational Eminem. Okay, just because you don't like motivation, that's a subjective argument. Okay, that you're not like trying to make objective. We go into details of what makes a good video, and I can't do that.
Go into objectives of what makes motivational Eminem bad. It's because he speaks in literal cliches. Like you can he just strings together 16 bars of cliches, and it's just like, what is this?
Okay,
like,
fine.
You can do it when you're going through the darkness. There's always light, and it's like, oh my god.
Okay, okay, here's the thing. Like, you like shock value Eminem.
No.
I didn't mind shock value Eminem. I don't think he was that great.
I don't have a problem with him doing positive stuff or motivational stuff. Just, I have a problem with him being cliche. Like,
okay, but that's another argument. We can literally do another pod.
problem.
Is motivational Eminem bad? But my thing is that, like, Eminem's, just because you don't like him doesn't make the video bad, okay? The video was pretty good. A lot of Dr. Dre's videos are really good. There's like I said, Jay-Z makes some pretty good videos. Big Pimpin' was one of the most iconic videos of all time. Like, that's a great video. I didn't really care for most of these things I'm talking about, but people did. It was iconic. Step Brothers even parodied with the boats, and it set the trend with boats. Like this. It's iconic. When you're looking at like not even Eminem. What's this other guy's name? Oh fudge. What's his name? Like, I can't let Lil Wayne in there. I can't do it. I could argue that Drake makes great videos. I could make that argument that actually Drake makes good videos, but I don't know if it's Drake videos or Drake features, because sometimes it's like it's hard. The memory to remember is like, is it Drake? Is this a Drake video?
Drake features turn into Drake songs.
They pretty much turn into a Drake song because
people remember them as Drake songs.
Exactly. So it's like
same thing used to happen with Lil Wayne. But it's funny because I was watching a hip hop video the other day, and they were like talking about like how long Wayne's been in the game, and the fact that it's been like 10 years. It was like 10 years of like fire, and then it's been like 10 years of like a desert of music. Or just like after the Carter 3, like Wayne just kind
but that's subjective, because that's bullshit, because that's a bullshit argument, because that's not an objective argument. You're not, like, when you said why like motivational Eminem was bad, you didn't just say, oh, he's just bad because it was bad. Like, you gave a reason that we can argue, right? Like, you just say it's like 10 years of desert, that's like bullshit, because a lot of people like early Eminem, right? I mean, not early Wayne.
Early Wayne.
They love early Wayne. Yeah. And then people like late Wayne. And some people hate early Wayne. I don't really like early Wayne. Wabbit, why you at the kid, Wabbit? Nigga, I keep you alive, nigga, I treat Wabbit.
This is not
how they gonna put me a child on child support? Nigga, I raped my daddy because it was a horrible song. Okay, those songs were horrible. He got better. He matured as a rapper, so his audience expanded. But like, that's just people. Some people like Green Eggs and Ham and think it's the greatest, poetry ever written. So it's just like it's just what you like. But again, I'm just trying to find people to like with Kanye, like you said. I went through a couple. I think Pink Floyd's videos are really super dope. I think Prince had some really dope videos. Yeah. I think Michael Jackson. I just literally was about to say Michael Jackson beat me to it. I think Janet Jackson's had some great videos. I think
I completely agree with
what's her name? My gosh, Whitney Houston has had some really dope videos.
Is that like Kanye West is at least in this conversation?
No, he's not. He's a level below this. He's more consistent. Kanye West does not have greater music videos than Michael Jackson.
No,
Michael Jackson's videos are like top shit.
But nobody does.
Michael Jackson is one of the greatest video.
Bro,
okay, look. If you look. Nobody would have a problem with this. I'm gonna put this. No, just hear me out. I'm doing the Kanye moment. You don't got the answers. Hear me out, okay? Like,
you're not rude enough. You couldn't even fully cut me off. Kanye West wouldn't have waited to give it. He would have just
Kanye West. I was doing the hand thing with Kanye West, and it wasn't working. I was like, fuck it. He's like, getting it. Like, Okay, hear me out. If you had reset this, said that Michael Jackson is one of the most creative, ever, and innovative music videos ever, I would have said yes, and most people would have been like, yeah. Michael Jackson's not only they're iconic, they're really good. Look, that video when he was in the desert with like the Egyptian shit, I was like a little kid, and that shit was so raw. To this day, it's one of the greatest videos ever.
He has some of the most. I'm not saying that he has the most. Like,
it's Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has like, oh my gosh, he's like, I don't think he makes bad music videos.
My statement wasn't that he was the absolute best, as you keep.
It's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the GOAT of music videos. I'm saying that right now. I thought about it. Michael Jackson's the GOAT of music videos.
My statement was that he has some of the best. Like, he's one of the best. He's not like the.
No, he's not even one of the best. He's like, if we're looking at NBA, he's probably like the top 150. Like he's 150 players or something.
That's one of the fucking best. If you're in the top one, is Tim Duncan not one of the best?
Tim Duncan's like a top 50. Top 100 player easily right now. It's like 300. No, we're calling like a current roster. It's like there's like 350 players or 400 players, and like Wade is like a top 50 player right now, and he's playing pretty boss. Top 50 player is pretty high now. Okay, Scott Newman's like a top 50 player.
Like, it's like,
but he's like top 150.
Like top 150, yeah. He's one of the greats at music.
No, we're talking currently, like.
Yeah, like,
but he's not an all-time conversation. You're talking all-time. When I'm saying 150, like Tim Duncan right now is like pretty high. You know, he's up there, right? But I'm just saying, like, he's not in the top 50 or maybe arguably the top 100 or he's in top 150 right now. We're talking about Kanye in all-time. He's not top 10. He's not like.
Kanye West.
Okay, top 150 is arguable. It's an arguable thing. I'm going to end it with that. Fine.
It's top 50 music video
of all time. Top 50 all time. Because we just run through like 15
in catalog.
Because we just ran through like 15, 20 names. It's like getting kind of. If I stop and go home and like sit down for an hour in front of a computer, I can literally come up with more names that like. It's arguable. I will agree with you that it's arguable that Kanye West may be top 150, 200 of all time. Of all time. There's a lot
of artists that don't even focus that heavily on music videos.
That's what I'm saying. But Kanye West is good to great. So, I mean, it's good. He's good to pretty good. He's consistent. He has like 3 great videos or 2. That's my point. So I'm giving you, I could argue it because it's an arguable thing that if I want to play devil's advocate, I could make a pretty good case that Kanye West is in the top 150 to 200 music videos ever, like creators, because we're talking about all music. And there's a lot of musicians out there that are really good because I'm not just going to hip hop. I'm talking genres. And I'm saying that's the most I could give Kanye, and that's like a very generous argument you could make, and it's defendable. But if you're saying these top 50 all-time music videos, come on, like, bro, on the pod, people are gonna be looking at you like, well, dog, I thought Absolute Zero had better music sense than that. Top 50 ever, dude. We went through like 20 names of people, and you're telling me like there's more that I could think of, but I can't like remember their names. Like they're better than Kanye, like.
I don't think Wu and Jay-Z have better music video catalogs than Kanye West.
I think you have to define first what makes a great music video, because when you like artsy stuff, like things you think are great, you're like, yeah, they put some random colors or did this like symbol thing, and yeah, it's great art. Like this, like that doesn't make something great. Like I'm looking at it from the same way we measure. Like I write. I look at it from like to critique standpoints that we measure art objectively by, like the convention of measuring like videos and then music videos that by subgenre music videos throughout every genre. I don't like just like I don't do this high end art when you go to an art thing, and most people are not even like don't even understand art. They're just there, and they're there for the social aspect, and they just like hear some like thing, and then they're like, it's so high level because he said this abstract word or something, right? Like it's kind of like the underachievers where they just like say like the high of Horus or some random crap, and people think they're deep. Just because you put some colors and set a theme doesn't mean that it's good, that you will properly achieve those themes and stuff like that, right? Just because you have a satire doesn't mean it's a really good satire, right? Like I could go show you really great satires. There's a way to measure satires that's different from a parody. Just because he makes music videos and he tries to be artsy, which he does, doesn't mean he understands the points very well. He may know them, but there's a difference between understanding. And great art comes from understanding. understanding. That's why suffering really produces high level art usually, right? Or deep philosophical insight, because it creates a level of understanding that comes from suffering, right? All good art comes from understanding, right?
Yeah.
You can make like pretty decent to good things from like knowing a subject matter well, but if you don't understand it, you can't transcend into innovative and creative like art. Understand like deep stuff. Like all great artists, martial artists, whatever, understand what they're doing. No, I'm sorry, Kanye West doesn't understand a lot of things. He just talks about stuff. You wrote an article about Piss on Your Grave with him talking about new slaves and all this stuff. Come on, no, I'm sorry. No, Kanye West does not make the greatest music videos of all time. He's not in the top 50 music video creators of all time. I'm sorry, because there's so many other people that are better than him. Michael Jackson is probably the best ever, okay? It's going off of my head. And there's a lot of other people that are better. Like, I think Janet Jackson's still better than him. I think, I went through some names already. Like, I think Dr. Dre has a better music video catalog than him. I think Dr. Dre's been more better music videos than Kanye West has.
Okay, 47 to go.
If we actually count a lot, we go back and we literally count the people I've said, it's gone over like 20 or 30. And I literally could go and add more.
No.
Yeah, it's been like 15 people.
Yeah, it's been like...
So it's like I've listed like 15 people over the course of this. So that's why I said I could write it off to about 20. And if I literally go home and I sat down for this 2 hours, I could come up with like 40 more people because I have people in my head. I just remember their names. So... he's not in the top 50, okay? Like, he's not in the top 50. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what you're smoking on. Like, he's not in the top 50.
The top 50.
Like, you see, when you said 150, it was like, fine. You know what I mean? We could argue that, wrapped it up. Why do you do this shit? Like, why would you go and give him a top 50 rating when he's not top 50 rating? Are you saying he's the Scottie Pippen of fucking music videos? He's the Scottie Pippen of music videos.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you're being ridiculous, bro. You're ruining this pod right now. You're saying you're ruining the pod.
I don't agree with you.
You're ruining the pod. You're ruining this podcast by saying that because you're saying that he's a top 50. No, yes, you can.
From fucking RJ.
Okay, what I'm saying is that you're not giving me logical reasons why it's top 50, because I'm like running through names and I'm like, I could actually go home and get some more. And
I don't have 50 because I mean it could be just uncultured, and I don't know 50 musicians with better music video catalogs than Kanye West. But from what
I can define my shit, I could do that.
From what I've seen, I don't have 50 names that I could put definitively above Kanye West.
Okay, that's from you, but I'm saying that we could find people and do this. So that's my argument. Now, it's harder when you want to say like 150 because we're talking about consistency or something like that. It gets harder, okay? That's why I say it's arguable, because it gets harder. Once you start going to 150 to 200 range, it gets a little harder. There's been a lot of artists, okay? And there's multiple genres of music. I used to listen to a lot of different genres of music since I was a child. So, and there's a lot of good people, okay? When you start going to 150, 200 range, I'm like, shit, that's a good argument. Because Kanye West is very consistent, bro. He's very consistent.
But there's not a lot of artists who have like multiple CD runs, you know what I mean? Like most artists don't get the second run like with full budget production to have like multiple like high level music videos like that.
But that's a bullshit argument. That's not art. That's like saying because this guy has a bigger music budget, then therefore his movie's better. Almost like what you're saying. That's like bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's like I don't know where you're gonna get like this many people to like compete with Kanye.
I'm making nominal adjustments. I'm not going because Kanye West had 250 music videos, therefore he's better than the guy that had only 50. I have to look at their economic reasons, and they come from different eras. So different eras means that cost of production might be higher in one time than it was another time. I have to nominally adjust for their videos, right? That's why I talk about nominal adjustments. So we compare two different things that are separate, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I would do with Kanye. So when you're making an argument now, being like, oh, because Kanye West's stuff were like high level budget, like he had a high budget. Yeah, Kanye West is very wealthy. We know this, but that's not a bar for art. That's production value. I can't make it. That's a flawed argument to say that because this movie has had a higher budget, that means it's intrinsically better than this other movie.
That's not the argument I'm making, but the argument I'm making is like I don't know.
I didn't say that was your argument. I said that's a flawed point. Like, it's a flawed point to point out. Like, it's literally a flawed point.
Yeah, I guess I just don't. Like, I don't see how you would make a list of 50 art.
That's what I said. That's why I said you should put down what you define as art. Because what I've seen and we've had talks about, you literally like conflate things for good art. Like, oh my gosh, he put pink in the background and it flashed. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Like Kill la Kill. Oh, this is great. Look at the colors or something. It's like this is a great story because of this. It's like, this is not like he had a symbol. It's like when it comes to art, you do like this underachiever thing, not as bad as other people with underachievers. He's Youauthorus, like, and so they're deep and they're conscientious and stuff. It doesn't matter that you know a subject matter. You have to understand it to produce great art. All geniuses, all great artists that we undisputably call great seem to understand their subject matter. Okay, people that we call masters or greats. A lot of people know their stuff. There are more people that know their stuff and they can know it very well, and they're very proficient at it, and they could do it practice back pretty good, but that doesn't mean they understand it very well. Kanye doesn't understand most of the things he talks about. That's why I'm literally going that he doesn't, and it shows in his music videos. In the music videos that were great, it was subject matter that Kanye West understood better than he did the other ones. Yeah. Touch the Sky, he was talking about a bunch of Kanye stuff, random like stuff, like bullish, like arrogant stuff, and he did it well. It showed up. The video was like, had that kind of energy. What is it? That Power was great. And I remember we talking about Power. Exactly. Kanye West thinks he's a god and all this other stuff with his ego. It came out great. Then you look at like, you can use Heartless because it was I'm sorry, no. Or you wanted to use one of the most iconic, which was Jesus Walks. That was Kanye West's understanding of Christianity. It didn't make any sense, okay? But it was his understanding of Christianity, and it's a lot of people's understanding of Christianity in the contemporary world today, right? In popular world. So it was extremely flawed, but that's what he understood. So he produced better music videos. This is my point. Like, so he's like 3, okay? Like that are undisputably great. Like, we all think are great, or one that's iconic, right? The other ones are not iconic like that. So when you look at him and then we compare him to Michael Jackson has that iconic and masterful music videos. They're really great, okay? Like Thriller was great. The Billie Jean. I could just go on. Like, most of his music videos are really best out.
There's only one Michael Jackson. There's not like.
Oh, that's why I'm comparing him to the best. I'm comparing him to the best. It's not a flawed argument to compare somebody to the best and then go down and see and then compare them to other people to see what did the best do and why were they the best, right? In this field. Okay, Kanye West is good. He's not that great. That's my point. So if you want to say he's in the top 150 to 200, like 150, I could give you that within the 150 to 200 range because he's so consistent. But we're saying great, making great music videos consistently. This is where we're getting like you're making like superfluous arguments saying like, yeah, high level production. Who cares? Like, who cares?
I mean, you don't need high level production to make it there, because like Childish Gambino makes great videos and he doesn't have the budget. That's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like there's just not that, like, I don't think the pool of people whose music videos you could compare to Kanye West's catalog is that big to begin with.
That's what we're doing, nominal adjustments.
And that's why
But that's what I'm saying. That's also a flawed argument, though.
I can't see making people like getting 50, because most people who have like iconic videos or great music videos, they'll probably have one, right? You have MC Hammer.
Okay, but let me put something to you. You have to make nominal adjustments though, because of time periods. You can't say because he had more, he's better, because there's different reasons for different stuff. People produce more songs now than they did back in the day. It was more expensive. The cost of production was higher. Yeah. So costs have something to do with like how, like technology allows for you to have lower production costs. Yeah. Lower production costs can increase supply. Higher supply means that you can have cheaper goods. So this is why we can see why music is also devalued. It's not as valuable, arguably, right, as it was before. So before, because it was so scarce, because the cost of production was so high, you had to make really high level, timeless material because it was a lot harder to make it. You can just spam 50 billion songs, you know, because couldn't do it like that. It was too expensive to do that. So there's a trade-off here, okay? I'm not talking about the trade-offs. What I'm trying to talk about is when we're talking about like why he's great, and you're like, yeah, he has more music. That's not a good argument either, because that's literally a time difference. Like one guy is in the future and another guy's in the past. Like, and that's not a good argument to make. That's my point. It's a flawed argument and it's fallacious. So I'm talking about making nominal adjustments. So if a guy has 10 music videos and all his music videos are great, and another guy has 50 and he has more than 10 though, he has like 11 that were great and then like 40 that were like decent. That doesn't necessarily mean he's better because of the number than the other guy who had 10. Like that's not a logically sound argument.
But there's not that many artists with 5 decent music videos.
Okay, I agree with you. Contemporary from the beginning, though, we agreed. I said I made that modifier from the very beginning. I said if you look at artists of his time, if you look at modern artists in hip hop, especially, I don't think Kanye West is the man when it comes to music videos, because he's the man now. He's taken the mantle from Jay, because Jay used to make pretty decent to good music videos, and he's taken the mantle from Jay, and he's the guy. But if we're talking about ever, when you said the most ever, right, that's a different argument. You see what I mean? Like when you just said like, is he the best in the modern era of hip hop, or is he the best in this time? It would be a very different argument, and I would say, yeah, I could see that. That's a very strong argument, and you know, like I could see like a lot of points for that. But once you start to open up to ever, like the Beatles and Pink Floyd, and like I don't remember if Zeppelin or Metallica or people like that.
You see, a lot of rock videos aren't that great, in my opinion. Like, I mean, there's artists who make great rock videos, but what I'm saying is like there's a lot of videos that are just like the band and they're just kind of playing, like they're not like doing anything like particularly special, or they're like concert videos kind of. But
yeah, and that doesn't mean that that's a different style, but they could be really good.
They could be really good, but like what I'm saying is like for a lot of like rock videos, like
that's like saying you like Pixar more than you like anime or something. Like this is one of those things you say to me like that.
But what I'm saying is like there are great rock videos. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying like I haven't seen that many artists. Yeah,
no, I'm just listing the guys. I don't remember like the names of the videos off my head, you know. But like there are some these videos that are really good.
Like I like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers have great music videos.
Better than Kanye West music videos.
Okay, or like that's a debatable thing, but I'm just saying like it's not debatable. We clearly could debate that Michael Jackson clearly smoked Kanye West.
We're gonna like the only.
So that's what I'm just saying. Look, I'm pointing out the flaws in what you said. That's why I'm trying to wrap this up. I pointed the flaws because then you started listening, trying to live objective points. I said that's where we have an argument. When you listen objective point, not just saying this is great, like because when you state the reason why it's great, and there's some flaws in what you're saying. I gave some stuff, and you find some flaws, but I'm being very reasonable. Kanye West is very good. Yeah. He's very good in that he makes decent to good videos consistently, which is now, don't get me wrong, that's very hard, okay? It's very hard to be that consistent, okay? Okay, but when you say the greatest ever, okay, or like the most ever, that is what I'm saying, is that when you say most and like over a period of time,
by like saying he's top 50.
Top 50 is so high. We disagree on the top 50. We're gonna like wrap this up because we're wrapping this up. We're wrapping this up. We're wrapping this up. We're wrapping this up because we can find 50 artists, but so if anybody wants to leave their 50 artists, okay, or you just leave 15 and somebody else leaves 15, sure. But no, he's not top 50. This is what we can't agree on. I could give you 150, and you're like literally now. The funny thing is like I say to you, you're like, yeah, 150, and I agree with you to 150, and then you're like, and then you jump to like 50. wow, we can never agree. It's like, you're like, yeah, you're like 150, and you're like, yeah, and now he's top 50, and I'm like, no, we're not going that far. Like, no, he's not 50. Okay,
50 artists that have better music videos than Kanye West.
Yeah.
This is RJ's contention. I'm my secret agent. Yeah.
Okay, so then we have to move on. We have ground to cover, but listen, okay, we disagree. Okay, we agreed momentarily, and again that he's in top 150. From you, he's 50 to 150. For me, and I'm being very nice. You see, I try to compromise. He's 50. He's 150 to 200. You agreed with me multiple times that he was 150, and then every time you agreed, I said, yeah, agreed he's 150. Then you jump back to 50.
Yeah, because I never left him being 50. I agree that he is top 150 because he's top 50. Therefore, he will be in the top 150 as well.
Whatever, let's just... Oh my gosh. Okay, like this is ridiculous. This is sound like I'm talking to Zay about Kanye right now, so let me just get off this. Like, I cannot like put my mouth around Kanye and throw him that deeply like you can, obviously, right now.
Bro, 50, you can name 50 artists with better music videos. That's a big number.
Yeah, and your reasons you gave were heavily flawed, and I pointed this out, and you like still are not willing to reevaluate it because he has more numbers, and I'm like, this is bad. Let's move on. We have
artists that are.
That's you. Yeah, so let's move on.
Provided me.
I've actually gone over this, and it's like this is an emotional argument where you're like literally prove something, and then somebody keeps repeating it. I said I've listed like many artists already, and if somebody counted them, they would be like 15 or 20. There's a little bit more we've added to it, so we're like 25. I have guys in my head that I don't know of, like I can't remember their names because I don't live music like that. I'm a writer. I write. So much I write, and various different forms. So I don't really have time to listen to stuff. I'm super productive. So I haven't even been listening to music like that recently, and I actually don't remember because my memory starts to dim, right? So of things like that because they're not important to me. But I could find them if I really cared, right? And that's my point, is that I can do this. And I'm pretty sure there's other people that are more like music people than me that can do it. Because we're talking about ever. That is the modifier, ever. Yeah. Do you see my point? And that's my modifier when you say ever. And I think when you're talking about that, we're not talking about it in hip-hop. I'm not talking about hip-hop. I stated all of these things because I state what I'm doing objectively. I try to have objective arguments. I rarely argue people. We talk all the time, and I point this all the time. I don't make arguments over subjective things. If you say you like onions, I'm like, okay, like, I don't do this. Like, if you tell me onions are more nutritious than apples, now we have an argument. Like, that's not necessarily, I might be like, no, the facts don't show this, right? Or, let's look at the context of how this is, the energy is used. There's an argument there, right? There's reasons. So my thing is, when you say ever, I'm looking at all these different genres, and there's a lot of genres, and there's a long period of time since music videos came out, and that's why I don't think Kanye West is the best. Now, does he have a higher budget and more money? Yes, but these are flawed arguments. It's like saying this guy's a better artist because his painting sells for more than another guy. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all, because a guy that was super expensive when he first came out, 100 years later, the value of him could be very low. A guy that had no value, 100 or 1,000 years later, could be very valuable. And that's how art is. You cannot use prices and the speed of production to measure art. That's not how you measure art objectively. So those are flawed arguments. We could logically point out these. Yeah. So I want to wrap that.
I was fine with that. Like the reason that is like I keep saying is that I don't agree with your 50, but like
50, yeah, we disagree. You said the reasons. You said that because you can't find 50. I said that's you, but 50 can be found, and that's my thing. If 50 can be found, and you agree that it's 50, you said I don't have 50, and I can provide 50, or somebody else can provide 50. Then that means that there's 50 people better than him. Now it's harder when you say 150 to 200. It's a little harder because it's harder for somebody to care enough to go through maybe 250, and the argument becomes harder because when you start going out that far, like there's guys that might arguably be on Kanye's level of consistency there, and you might be like, okay, you know what, maybe it's not that good. We could argue who's better. Like, you know, that video is not as good, right? And it might be slightly better than Kanye, you know what I mean? Or it's not enough to mean that they're that much better. I mean, whatever, right? These arguments can be made. But when you say 50 is not that big of a number. We're talking about ever, okay? So, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not agreeing with you on this. We don't agree. Your reasons mean that you say finding people means that it can be proven wrong. I stated my reasons, you know, and, you know, that's it. Except for, you know, we're at an impasse, right? And that's it. So you clearly hear it, or sometimes we have these debates and they go on for a while because, like, I try to be logical and some people try to just, you know, go with feelings and stuff. But, you know, whatever. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Kanye West is some of the most elaborate and creative music videos of all time? Or do you think, like me, you think that, you know, like he's been pretty good, he's decent to good? Tell us if you guys like it, and please script the links below. As always, you could suggest topics to us if you want. We come up with topics all the time. Be sure to listen to us. We do this stuff like every week, and you can hear more group sessions talk with the other guys. And tell us if you like the live performances that we do when we go to different locations and we film from there. Like I tend to like it, but maybe you guys don't like it. So let us know. Thanks.